Alright, we got that going. I'm about to start the video. Alright, I'm about to record.
Recording in progress.
Then I'm going to mute everybody's mic. Alright. I got this one going and I got the other one going. Cool. This one is a really touchy topic for me because a lot of these youth out here are the future, and I just know the attacks on these youth around the world are going to stop, and it has to stop, and it starts with us. And whatever chipping away we can do, or whatever chipping away I can do, I plan to do my part. So what I'll be presenting today is the topic of living longer, or living long, within the heavens of hell. So I'm going to say that again. Living long, or living longer, within the heavens of hell. So I'm going to start with the 7 laws, but I'm going to do mine first. Even though all laws apply to all things in this 3D form right now, I'm going to start with mine first. So, knowing why you are here. A lot of people don't know why they're here. They're just here, right? I need to find a job. I need to, a lot of people are trying to figure out who they are. So they don't know why they're here. Cool, but I say knowing how you got here is way more powerful than knowing why you're here. And I'm just going to say this. I say this all the time, and I never say it on video, so I'm going to say it right now. Imagine you are on a long, super long line, right? And it's just 7.2 billion people on this line. 7.2 billion people. Now, 7.2 billion people, and it's you. 7.2 billion people, and then it's you. And the army's around, and they're literally saying, hey, y'all, have a good race, blah, 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 blah. Whoever loses his race, we're going to kill them. It's only could be one winner. So it's 7.2 billion people running this particular race. We can only have one winner, and whoever wins, congratulations, you get to live. Everybody else that doesn't live, congratulations. So to make a long story short, you run for 7 miles. It's 7.2 billion people you're running against, and it's you. It's like LeBron James, it's Carl Lewis, it's Jesse Owens, Michael Jordan's. You. All these people want to live. You. So to make a long story short, something comes over you and you win. And they say, congratulations, you, whoever your name is. Scoot over to the left or scoot over to the right, whatever. And you see them just annihilate everybody in front of you. Now, again, good news. Your loved ones, they already won their race. This is just your chance to live. So to make a long story short, you get to live, but they want to give you an interview. Now, during this interview, are you going to have a low self-esteem? During this interview, are you going to not feel good enough? No, you're going to feel number one, because that fact of, and again, a lot of people are contextually challenged to where they can't take anything in context. They can't listen unless they're in a burning house. You tell them to turn right, they're not going to be like, what is right? So those are only people who can't hear what I'm saying right now. So I don't care about those listeners. So to make a long story short, for the context of this story, if they're interviewing you and you want to race with 7.2 billion people, a little less, a little more, and they just shoot and kill everybody in front of you, some people do this too. Oh my God, I would feel bad for them. Congratulations, you're answering phantom questions. I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you how you would feel about the people that lost. I asked you a super simple question. I said, how would you feel about yourself winning a race with 7.2 billion people, and whoever wins lives and everybody else dies and you win? How would you feel about yourself? Most normal people would say, oh my God, I would feel good about myself. I beat 7.2 billion people. Oh my goodness, I feel really good about myself. Okay, cool. Um, what's the difference between that story and you being the first sperm cell from your father that swam to your mother's egg? Unless you're a twin, triplet, you see where I'm going with that. According to, and they taught us that as kids, right? It was like, oh, you were the number one sperm cell. Okay, sit down, Timmy. And we literally, oh yeah, we were the number one sperm cell. Whoa. Timmy's eating glue now. Let's look at him, everybody. No, hold on, hold on. We were the first sperm cell that wanted to live. Everybody else in mom wanted to live. They didn't. You did. Again, unless you're a twin, unless you're a triplet. You see where I'm going with that. We're going to start this talk off with scientific fact that you're number one. Say no motivational speech. Oh, you're number one. Thank you for coming out tonight. You're number one. No. Scientifically, unless you're a twin, or again, something larger, you are number one. You just forgot how crazy it is to live here and how crazy it is to even get here. We're in a world full of number ones. And it does feel good to look at somebody else's life and be like, why ain't I doing that? Because you're looking at another number one ball out of control. What is wrong with you? Be inspired by number ones. But don't bite their style. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, now look at us. We're trying to be real in a society that makes real and fake real. And the more we try to assimilate to real fake, it co-creates the depression, the low self-esteem, and the anxiety that we go through. Now, you know how they say science says we don't operate or we don't use 100% of our brains? That's a fact. And in this narcissistic world, you'll meet a lot of people who I use about 100% of my brain. I would love to meet them because that just doesn't exist. So I'm going to ask a super simple question. Do we possess enough mind percentage to truly know happiness and or sadness? Or I love it here or I hate it here? Again, do we possess enough mind percentage? Currently, many of us are being conditioned to believe we live like TV famous, right? Think about it. How many people you know that say, I can't go out like that? I can't go out the house like that. Why can't they go out the house like that? Because I've been sharing this picture and this style of me and how I look and how I'm supposed to look and da. Because everybody does that on social media. So TV famous didn't work for a lot of TV people. Movie star famous didn't work for a lot of movie star people. Depression was big time with them. Shouts out to Robin Williams and Kurt Cobain's families. Are we being conditioned to be famous because of what we're presenting to the world and what people are believing? sounds real and fake because we're not showing everything. So look at us trying to be real in a society that makes real and fake real. So the more we try to assimilate to real fake, co-creates depression, low self-esteem, and anxiety. Now, do we put that? We already went over that. So we already went over that. So if we leave Earth, right? Because a lot of us want to leave Earth. Where are we going? I've even had this with people who be like want to astral project or meditate, or just like, man, I'm on Mars or whatever you're at. Wherever you're going, do you really leave the university or universal mind or whatever you want to call this school inside of God or the Creator's mind? Just like your dreams are inside of your head, if we are inside of the Creator's mind, where are we really going? Where are we really going? And again, this is just a question I like to ask, but I just really, if the creator of all of this, we're inside of the Creator's mind right now, where are we really going? Now, depression loves love. Let's talk about Romeo and Juliet, right? Y'all know about that story of Romeo and Juliet? That was such a polite way to introduce suicide and love to us children. Such a polite way. I remember trying to normalize that mess being pushed on us. So these are topics within topics and series within series, but we can definitely go into those in the Q&A. So now we're going to move on to duality. So let's vow to look at everything from both sides and investigate methods of best actions. Again, even though all laws apply within all things in this 3D form. So let's examine my current topic, living longer within the heavens of hell. According to many historical and religious texts, hell has been coming to heaven since the creator of them both wanted to create the ingredients of this third dimensional test. Again, Isaiah 45:7, I form the light and I create darkness. I make peace and I create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. That would make sense. The creator of good would make evil. Some people need that scripture to be like, whoa, I thought the devil created evil. Remember, we talked about that. Does this mean that there is a supreme dark side to your most righteous path? Even if you don't want to call it a path, it's a place that the devil lies in ambush, as it states in the Quran 7:16, or the peace that comes with your most peaceful path. The creator of the path created the evils that make it a cosmic 3D peanut butter jelly sandwich that states in Isaiah 45:7. So again, peanut butter and jelly, you got to have one without the other. The creator of evil was the creator of good. The creator of war is the creator of peace, right? What if this is a test again? What if this is a test? What if this is a test? Okay, so the peace that comes with your most peaceful path, the creator of that path created the evils that make it a cosmic 3D peanut butter and jelly sandwich, as it states in Isaiah 45:7. Is life a duality sandwich of mind and the many laws that govern it? Let's find out. Coping with at least two changes. So again, since we're on duality right now, we're going to cope with at least two changes. It's more than two. It's way more than two. But let's just try to do two right now. Option number one, going higher. Option number two, going lower. Even though there's many more sides, let's just focus on these two possible roads. Okay? Now, Duality makes you want to live or influences you to want to die. I'll say that again. Duality makes you want to live or influences you to want to die. At least two major sides, right? The phrase "I don't know" is the most dangerous thing that can be said in the age of information, or the Aquarian age. We've literally lived through the transformation, or the carrying over of phases. Because again, we're in the Aquarian age right now. So we're alive at a turn in human evolution. So we're on the turn of human evolution. What part of the cosmic steering wheel are you controlling? Again, of your life or my life or whatever, what part of the cosmic steering wheel are you controlling? Okay. Let's go to rhythm and patterning. So this study is understanding the patterns and the rhythms of life. And again, although all the laws apply at all points, we're going to focus on rhythm and patterns right now. What is your breaking point level? If I ask you to do push-ups right now, you're going to break. You're not just going to do push-ups forever. That's just not true. So whatever number you break at, that's your breaking point level with push-ups. What is your breaking point level in life? Watch this. I never thought about it like that before, or I've been busy, whatever, that just does not count. So again, in this society of realities, within this society that we believe in, how do we stay away from our breaking point level? Question number 2. Everybody wants success, right? So what is your new breakthrough point level? So everybody has a breaking point. What's your breakthrough point level? In this society and realities within realities that we believe in, how can we obtain and maintain it and update it? So your breakthrough point level, what is it? Because another thing, if you don't know what it is, how do you manifest something you don't know what it is? And again, I manifested this and I didn't know it. Okay, so you can't appreciate it. You're bragging about not being able to appreciate something. Because if you don't know what it is, how are you appreciated? How are you being appreciative and showing it gratitude? You're bragging about it. That don't work here. So, catch the pattern and paths of where your fulfillment comes from. Jason, why you say fulfillment? Nothing makes you want to be more alive than feeling fulfilled. Fulfillment. You can reach a goal and not be fulfilled. You can have a lot of money and not be fulfilled. You can meet the love of your life and not be fulfilled. Fulfillment is a different type of flex. It's a different type of flex. And you can't really lie about it. It's like, whoa, I can tell they're fulfilled. You can't just lie about it. Marketing helps you lie about happiness, but fulfillment doesn't care about marketing your happiness. So, catch the patterns of where your fulfillment is actually even coming from, and the rhythmic swings. We can work on that. And where it goes when it needs to be replenished. These are all real questions. And again, I don't know does not mean anything. Ignorance of the law, it's nobody's fault. Now, let's look at the vibrational focus of things. Since everything is constantly moving on all levels, again, even though all laws apply to all laws in its 3D form. Remember we was talking about your breaking point energy? Like, oh my God, I'm doing too many push-ups. This is a lot of push-ups. Because everybody has a breaking point. What is your breaking point energy? What or what is your vibrational breaking point level feel like? And how do you keep your energy to its best levels? I bet you I could tell you what it feels like, a breaking point. You probably tired, busy, distracted, um, one-sided. One-sided means you only gonna do stuff with the right side of your body. You're not gonna do nothing with the left or left lower or left higher. You're not gonna do anything. What if you did that to yourself? Like, man, I'm not gonna use the whole left side. I'm just gonna do everything with my right. You would get stuff done. You would get stuff done. You would get a lot done if you just only use your right side. But who does that? Who does that? When you have a left side that can help you get stuff done. So if you have a right side and a left side, and we'll get to that later, your mom and dad had a left side and right side. They came together and they created you with your right side and left side. We know that a breaking point probably is productive, because again, everybody that's at their breaking point is not like being productive. But off balance productivity hurts. Hopefully that analogy puts it in context. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but hopefully that analogy put it in context of you being able to do something, but balance is better. Hopefully. What does it feel like when you so-called make it? Like, I made it. I made it. So we made it, y'all. Come on, we made it. We made it. Hey, have a drink on me. We made it. We made it. Yes. What's that feel like? I don't know, because I've been so busy trying to feel like that. How's that working? You've been so busy trying to feel like that. What does that feel like before you feel like that? What does it feel like when you so-called make it? Or your breakthrough level, when thinking about, the past, or how did it feel when you so-called made it? Again, the past, how did it feel when you made it in the past? How does it feel now when you make certain levels? What if you could practice feeling like that versus practice feeling like you're better than everybody, or feeling like everybody's better than you, or so many feelings that are just so not real that we make real because it's real to us, and so fake real to everybody else. Instead of that, what if you can just practice feeling like you make it? You made it. It's a better you anyway. You'll probably have a better attitude that day. You'll probably have a lot better attitude that day versus practicing failure like we do, man. What if? What if? What if? What if? What if? What if? One if, but again, it's one-sided one if. You never what if. Well, you don't let it, I ain't gonna say never. You don't see a lot of those people what if positive. It's always a strong, real strong negative what if. It's always a real strong, it's like they shoot steroids in that what if. What if negative? What if negative? What if negative? And I always sit there like, well, what if positive? So, what does it feel like when you so-called make it? Or again, when you have a breakthrough, what does it feel like? And you practice by studying how it felt like in the past. What does success feel like in the past? And practice feeling like that. Again, or you can practice feeling like you're better than everybody. Or you can feel like practicing that everybody's better than you. Whatever. Not last but not least, we got 3 more? Cause and effect. What ingredients do or did we add to the outcomes we love or hate? Even though, again, all laws apply to all things in this 3D form, according to these cause and effects topics, what ingredients do or did we add to the outcomes we love or hate? Now, what are your causes? Let's look at ourselves. What are your causes that are creating the effects that is making you like or love your life? Let's start there first. What are your causes that are creating the effects that is making you, let's say not like or love your life? So do you write down all the causes? Like, yeah, I'll be doing this, I'll be doing this, I'll be doing this, I'll be doing this. Nope, because we usually say, they did this to me, they did this to me, and they did this to me, and then they did this. And that's right, and that's so right. But guess what? You're only using your left hand. Congratulations, you're only using your left hand. You should be able to at least be like, they did this, do this, go crazy with it, because that helps this. So write everything they did to you. They did this, they did this, they did this. Cool, cool, cool. Now, here's the power. Here's the power. Power, power, power. I did this. I did this. I added this. Because again, whatever situation, let's call it with a person or a scenario, let's look at it like gumbo. Gumbo has a lot of ingredients. We just talked about your stuff. I added this ingredient to that gumbo outcome. And again, this is positive or negative. It's a gumbo outcome. And all we're doing is talking about your ingredients. So, what are the causes that are creating the effects that make you like or love life? Jason, are you saying my life is like a gumbo of me loving it now? And you're saying, because again, I have the ability to stay in context. And according to my contextual abilities, you're saying my life that I love gumbo, what ingredients did I put in my life that I love gumbo? And I'm like, yes, way to stay in context. And then I say, did you write down everything that causes the life that you love? Nah, I've been real busy, going real fast. What if you needed surgery? Do you want your surgeon to go really fast, or do you want your surgeon to take his or her time? Oh, come on, Jason. I have the ability to stay in context. What you're saying is something important, you're going to take your time? Yes. Oh, and my ability to stay in context, now you're saying is, why am I not treating my life like a surgery? And I'm going too fast with my surgery? Yes. And all I'm saying is, why are you trying to do surgery on yourself going really fast? All I'm saying is slow down. We do it during vacation. I got my weekends off. No. You're busier on your weekends than you are at work. So you kill yourself more. Well, how do you know I'm killing myself more? I'm happy, I know. So you're probably eating horribly because you're happy. So we usually eat horribly when we're happy. So you're more busy and you're eating horribly with a smile on your face. So to make a long story short, what are your causes that are creating the effects that make you like or love life? Now, a great way to transform into your best self is by acting the role of your highest self. Jason, what are you saying? Create a script by writing a film script of your best life and best self. Write a script of my best life and my best self. Keep going, Jason. Okay, and then play your best roles daily and dedicate your life to this role? Jason, that sounds cool. Write a script about my life and I need some science. Well, here we go. I've heard many blockbuster actors and actresses have to get therapy to get them out of the current roles they once committed to. This is a science. This is a fact. With this method, because we know this is, because again, y'all, let's look at stuff good. Jason, hold on. I'm staying in context right now. According to my ability my contextual ability, you're saying, oh my God, actors and actresses get caught in roles and they need therapy to get them out? Yes. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Keep going. And then what you're saying is, I can create a role for myself and get therapy to keep me in that role? Yes. Get therapy to keep you in it. And therapy, there's so many forms of therapy. So if you think I'm talking about one form of therapy, you must be out of your mind. There's many forms of therapy that I'm talking about. Because that's where you get warned. Oh, this form is the best, this form. That's a whole different conversation. But again, get therapy to keep you in. Since we know they have to get therapy to get them out. And you create a role that works for you in Denzel Washington. I'm just playing. Law of correspondence. How straight or crooked is your path? Again, even though all the laws apply to all things in the 3D form, we are on correspondence right now. How straight is your path? How far away are you from your strongest section of your best path? What do you mean, Jason, your best path? Glad you said that. I like to start off like this. If life was giving you hell, would you create a schedule to get out of your hell? Yes. Everybody does that. So when you get out of your hell because of the get out of hell schedule that you're on, when you get out of your hell, you change your schedule to a comfortable schedule. And then you float here or you float down. Or you just go down again. Because hell is always around us. You get out of hell, your get out of hell schedule got you out of hell. And then you change your schedule for a comfortable schedule. So let's just take your get out of hell schedule. You probably didn't sleep in when you were trying to get out of hell. You probably didn't eat that when you were trying to get out of hell. You probably didn't sit that long when you were trying to get out of hell. You probably didn't talk to him or her or them when you were trying to get out of hell. But once you get out of hell, yeah, I'll let you in and, hey, y'all want to come in my life? I'm comfortable now, man. How your pockets? Comfortable. Y'all heard that before. Hey, man, I see you doing it. Ah, man, I'm just, just steady. Comfortable language. Comfortable. So listen, again, I'm not even going to say, my question was, how far away are you from your strongest section of your best life path? I'm just telling you, I'm just asking you your get out of hell path. Or get out of your hell schedule. Because your best life path, all that is, oh my God, I got out of my hell. And oh my God, I'm dedicated to the best decisions moving forward out of hell. Oh my God, I'm getting up earlier. Oh my God, I'm even more serious. That's all your best life path is. And again, this is what I hate. That, oh my God, I made it out of hell. And again, if you still hustling on your best path, it's problems there. It's problems there. Superman has problems. Superwoman has problems. Aliens have problems. We just not barking out alien super solutions. Because the higher you go, and again, I'm going to use the example I used last week, is let's just say an eagle cut his foot. And the eagle's like, oh my God, my foot is bleeding, I need help. But the eagle is so far in the sky. Who can help the eagle? Oh, I'm bleeding, oh my God. Let me land on this tall mountain. I'll get some help there. Somebody help, I'm bleeding. Dang, where's everybody at? I'm on this tall mountain that's really hard to get to, which is a lower form of existence for me, even though, again, it's a tall mountain. Ooh, it's a tall mountain. That tall mountain is still too much for the people that's walking around on that earth. They got to make plans to rock climb to even get to that area. That's not an area that you just that the people who walk around on Earth get to. They make plans to do that. And the eagle's looking for help on a tall mountain. Okay, so you're saying, okay, on my best path, people can't even see my help. Yes. And what you're saying is we are being conditioned to do everything independently. Yes, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Yes, keep going. And now what you're saying, Jason, is where we need help, people can't see our help, people can't see our problems, and we're isolated. And we're getting older in life. Yes. Remember, again, we're talking about your straight path. Now, these is for all the perfect people. Or these are all the people who are striving. Or this is for all the people who, like athletes. Like people who are striving to just get better. Students. Army, people in the armed forces, like whatever industry. Personal training, I'm telling you, basketball team, sports team, football team. See, I don't want to keep naming because I got to name everybody. And, well, you forgot about. If you're in an industry where you have to get better and stay better, that's your best path. Because you're probably eating better, smelling better, more air, because that means you're outside running, or you're at least putting more oxygen in your body by running, getting your heart rate up. Your best path, you feel better, you know what I mean, you ready. Shoot, I'm in tip top shape. The bad news about that is there's problems there. So again, I quoted the Bible, I'm quoting the Quran. Again, in Holy Quran 7:16, Satan said, "Since you have led me astray, I shall surely sit in ambush for them on your straight path." So this is your straight path, but remember, the law of duality is so many lessons in that. I'm just giving everybody the kindergarten version. Because in 7:17, it says, Satan says, "Then I will come upon them from the front and the rear, and their right and from their left. And you will not find most of them thankful." And I said we experience many forms, our different forms, are different things per second, right? So this means we at least experience many forms of duality per second. We saying up, down, boy, girl, dry, wet, skinny, fat, good, evil, God, devil, nothing, something. I'm saying we are experiencing duality per second. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 per second. Your mind has access to so much, right? So let's not talk about its potential. Let's just talk about its pull. According to ancient scriptures, guys, this is 2022. I gave you Bible and Quran. Just because you're on your straight path doesn't mean there's not problems there. It's just bigger problems or higher problems because you're on your higher path. So, since we're talking about things that want to make us live longer, love makes you want to live longer. So straight path love is different than off your path love. Straight path support is different than off your path support. I know you know the difference, but there are still attacks there. So again, we living our best life. We on our path. All they are saved. Because that does make you feel bad. Like, man, they're saved. Hey, we're dealing with higher problems. Just like Dusty, Jimmy, and Sarah and they so-called low relationship are experiencing lower problems. But everybody's experiencing problems. Stop just looking at the good. Oh, they're happy together. Do you know what they've been through to take that picture? If you know what, no, just in general, if you knew what people went through to take the pictures that they take on social media to even flex, more people will hit like. I promise you, more people will hit like. They be like, man, I didn't. Congratulations, my God. Here's some dopamine. Here's some dopamine. I do it time to time. I promise you. I be like, man, good job. Da 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 da. Blah 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 blah. They be like, we are like stingy drug dealers. We hold our dopamine. We be like, nope, I'm not hitting like. Stingy drug dealers. Stingy with the dope. I mean, for the people with contextual problems. Okay. So we're going to look at the duality and gender balance according to science, child support court, and general contextual abilities. Name one person on earth that didn't come from a daddy and mommy. Again, even though all laws apply to all things, the duality and gender balance. Let's break this down. Do you think the creator of all life is wise or at least smart? Women, there is a man that can best balance you out. Then, if he exists, do you think the creator of all human life created at least one woman who will balance him out too? And I don't say soulmate. Guess what I say? Out of 7.2 billion people, there is one who is your most compatible human. And I haven't met one person that can get away from that. I don't believe in soulmates. Me either. Your most compatible human. Your turn. Run from that. Well, your most compatible human. I don't say soulmate. That does sound spooky. But most compatible human out of 7.2 billion humans doesn't sound spooky. It sounds hard to get to that person. Okay. So many of us believe in God and we want to experience God, right? I got a question. Is the best part of God no longer in the midst of humans? I'm going to ask this again. Is the best part of God no longer, look at my fingers, in the midst of humans? Jason, why are you asking a question like that? Because our off-balance independence movement, Jason, you just said, is the best part of God no longer in the midst of humans because of our off-balance independence movement? Is going to war with scripture? Well, what scripture is that? Matthew 18:20 says, for where two or three are gathered in my name, I am there among them. Or I am in the midst of them. Hold on. For where two or three are independent in my... No. That said gathered. I tried to slip that in there. Dang it. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to see if I can get it. Matthew 18:20. For where two or three are independent in my name, I will... No. Gathered. Gatherings. Many people around. Social distancing. There's a war on gatherings. Give me a hug. Come on, let's meet. Let's meet online. Gatherings. Only men allowed. Gatherings. Only women allowed. Gatherings. Well, let's try that. Only men allowed or only women allowed. Let's try that. For where two or three men only are gathered together in my name, I'll be there with. Nope. Let's try the other way. For where two or three women only are gathered in my name, I am. Nope. That on. Okay. So that scripture is for deductive reasoning for people that probably think where two or three probably mean. Some people can say in business. Some people can say in partnership. You can even say this in science. Where two or three, or where two people have sex, three are there, and God will be in the midst of them. So to me, that could even be God protecting a family when two know how to behave. And the three is protected because the three usually comes from the sexual activity of the two. Gathered in my name, I am there among them. Sounds like there's a war on the two that creates the three and the four and the five and whatever your stopping number is. That scripture can mean a lot of things. So let's analyze who is actually gathering the gods that back them up. Who's gathering? And is your God backing you up, or do you feel God's presence in your gatherings? If you don't feel God's presence in your gatherings, you're probably gathering wrong. What do you mean? We're having success. Compare how we gather now to compare to how your culture, whatever your culture is, was gathering when it was at its top. Just compare gatherings. Just compare. Compare how people, successful gatherers, act to unsuccessful gatherers act. A lot of people want to gather, and I talk about this all the time, but there's never any jealousy workshops. Jason, we're talking about gathering, and you're talking about jealousy workshops? Well, yeah, when people gather, people get jealous. And people destroy things because of jealousy. But man, that jealousy workshop I went to, man, I dealt with that energy that I was going through. And man, I'm not going to destroy this. And if I do destroy it, I wanted to destroy it because of that jealousy workshop made it impossible for me to do what I'm about to do to destroy this. And that's up to whoever's running it to see that and like, oh, get them out of there because they're being jealous. But think about it. Oh, I've been too busy to see that. A lot of gatherings can't happen successfully because, again, jealousy, envy. When's the last envy workshop you went to for a gathering? Jason, nobody goes to envy workshops or anything that helps with envy and jealousy for gatherings. But hold on. Those are the ingredients of those gumbo experiences that kill gatherings. That stops the mist or that stops the support of God. Whatever, we need to focus on education and we need to focus on health and wellness. And okay, cool. But those ingredients are always stopping gatherings. And a lot of these gatherings that are being stopped are coming from people who, to me, are on the opposite side of God. Because where, again, according to that scripture, for where 2 or 3,000. No, that scripture don't even say 1,000. Because I really believe that scripture means if you are lucky enough to find 2 or 3 people, yeah, I'll be in the midst of that. Because the same creator of this verse, last time I checked, was the same creator of the Tower of Babel. So the same creator of the Tower of Babel spell, not the Tower of Babel. I'm sorry. I think somebody was, oh, I got him. He made a mistake. Shout out to the people who listen like that. The creator of the Tower of Babel spell that stopped the Tower of Babel, that's what I meant, is the same person that Matthew 18:20 is saying, for where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, I am there among them. So not even giving you nothing hard. But again, when I meet independent people who brag about that, are they saying God is not with me? Well, no, I can't say it like that. No, they said I'm independent. I do everything on my own. I'm a loner. What you talking about? It's just me, myself, and I. You gotta learn. I'm gonna give you. You gotta learn to love yourself. Once you can learn this. This is narcissistic programming that's being said in very flattering ways to you. That's why it's so hard to do it, and that's why you got to get it constantly over and over and over again, because you're being transformed into something that you're not. Your very existence is teamwork. The sex of your parents creating you was teamwork. Teamwork brought you here. So again, you're trying to. I'm trying to be independent. You're trying to be. That's like me trying to be a Ninja Turtle. Every day I'm trying to be a Ninja Turtle. I promise. Oh, I'm gonna be a Ninja Turtle today. I am going to go crazy trying to be a Ninja Turtle because I'm not a freaking Ninja Turtle. I gotta be a Ninja Turtle, man. Turtle power, man. Do you know the anguish I will go through trying to be a Ninja Turtle? For where 2 or 3 are gathered together, there's a war on gathering, and there's a war on us, the group. The more you stay independent and the more you think independent, the more you do not want God among you, because I'm telling you right now, Matthew 18:20 is a very, 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 very real statement. It's a real verse. To me, it makes so much sense. And I love the science behind it, because I remember a lot of people used to share that horse meme where it said one Clydesdale could pull like, and don't quote me on that exactly, but again, one Clydesdale can pull like 8,000 pounds, and another one, together they can pull more than 16, because again, 8 and 8 would make 16. But them together will pull, I think it was like 5,000 pounds more, or a little bit over that, of what 2 can do. So not only did the 2 double, but it was a little bit more. And according to this scripture, it said if you can get 3, now you got 4. Because God said, I'll come and be a part of that. And all I'm saying is, if you don't feel God is a part of your gatherings, you're probably not gathering right. And there's a war on our gathering. Don't think the way we are gathering right now is normal. Shout out to Don't Be a Menace movie. That'll be the last point. Shout out to the Don't Be a Menace movie, when they were sitting outside the store, and it was 2 guys sitting right next to each other. And instead of him being a human and saying, hey, you ready to leave? He texted him. And instead of him being like, why did you text me? This is weird. What are we doing? Like, why are we doing this? He picked up the text and texted him back. And then they ended up having a conversation. And they were right in front of each other. Like, they were not right in front of each other. And we laughed about that in the 90s. Go on a date with somebody and see the similarities on their dates from that movie and see where I'm coming from. So right now I'm going to stop the recording.
Recording stopped.
And I'm going to stop the video.